So something like this I will add in there, but what I'll probably do in this section is I might bring this down an octave, just so it's a bit darker. Just so that's a little bit down there, and then it can open up a bit there. That'll also then give that section a little bit more impact as well. Something that I do. If you find yourself, okay, these elements right now that you've got are too drastically coming in, one thing that you can do is strip this back so it's a bit more of a subtle version of whatever it is that you're using, whether that's a stab, a pluck. It doesn't have to be an intro pluck that I'm using, but for example, when I listen to this, it's just a little bit too much at this area because I'm still trying to build the, build the vibe. So what I can do is I can actually get rid of these top notes, for example. Let me actually get rid of all of these a second so I can see what was actually playing. So I can get rid of these. And you can have something like that, which is a much more subtle version of it. I might take away, for example, the one on the kick. You might want to... So you can use the elements that you've already built, and this is why it's great to build the elements first, because then you can do things like this. So we're going to come into... Let's bring this like there, and then... Let's try that like that, but I don't think I might sustain that one as well through. Now, that's obviously a bit too sudden. So what I'm just going to do here is do this with the pads. As well. So one way you can do this is, obviously, I'm just going to stick to the scale, which is the A minor scale. But one way you can do this is go in and either change around some of the notes that you're already using, or you can use different notes within the scale, obviously depending on how it works and how drastic you want the change to be. Now, when you do something like this, you've obviously got to create a build for it, hence why I've pulled those kicks back a little bit. So I'm going to try and use the same notes, but I'm going to just switch them around a little bit just to change the progression. So I generally start with the first progression in this bass, and I'll move it to say either here. So I'm using that, and then I'll flip that up there. But let's have a little listen and see how that sounds anyway before I do it. So if you can try and imagine that now, if I just do it with this as well. So I know this is a bit more of a writing and not arrangement, but this is what I need to do to know if I'm going to, because if I do this and it sounds nice in the next section, I won't then need to add other elements in and stuff like that. So let's just play this melody with just this change in there for now. Now I'm going to... makes me wonder actually if I bring this one here just to fill out that lower range there, just give a bit more. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. It just helps because that little pluck on its own just can sound a little bit bare, so this one underneath it sounds a lot nicer, just fills it out.